Character Profile, Randall Boggs. From Pixar's Monsters Incorporated, aka that slithery purple lizard guy who needs therapy and possibly a hug. Full name, Randall Boggs. Nicknames, Randy, but don't call him that unless you want to disappear. Lizard Boy, mostly by Mike, the Invisible Menace. Occupation, Scarer Former. Full-time grudge holder. Species, monster. Technically a chameleon/gecko/snake hybrid on espresso. Voiced by Steve Buscemi, who brings just the right blend of creepy and petty brilliance. Alignment, villain, but make it insecure. Favorite mode of transportation, crawling on walls, ceilings, and your last nerve. DNA appearance. Randall looks like what would happen if a chameleon and a centipede went through a Halloween costume shop and asked for sleek menace. He's lanky, lavender-skinned, and sports 6 legs like a terrifying Disney carousel ride. His expressive, frog-like eyes and toothy grin scream, "I know something you don't." His most defining feature? Invisibility. Randall can blend into his surroundings with creepy-crawly precision, like a ninja who shops exclusively at Snake App. Combined with his slinky movement and ever-present smirk, he's basically the anxiety you feel when you know someone's talking about you behind your back. Smiling face with horns personality. Randall is the type of guy who took second place in elementary school and never let it go. He's ambitious, cunning, passive-aggressively bitter, and fueled almost entirely by revenge, self-doubt, and protein shakes. Think high school valedictorian who got beat by the class clown and now lives solely to reclaim his lost spotlight. He's a perfectionist, constantly comparing himself to Sully, a literal walking wall of fluff and charisma, and is desperate to outshine him, even if it means cheating, kidnapping, or building a massive scream-sucking machine with ethical issues the size of Monstropolis. Despite his sinister methods, Randall isn't a mustache-twirling evil genius. He's more like the guy at work who turns off the AC when you leave the room and pretends he didn't. He's not evil, just deeply petty. Lizard powers and abilities. Camouflage/invisibility. Randall can completely blend into his surroundings, becoming functionally invisible. This makes him perfect for stealth missions or spying on coworkers during lunch breaks. Wall climbing and ceiling crawling. With his flexible multi-limbed body, he's like Spider-Man's creepy cousin who isn't allowed at family functions. Speed and agility. Randall slinks, slithers, and darts around like a caffeinated gecko. He's fast, acrobatic, and capable of disappearing before you can even say, "Wait, where'd the creepy lizard guy go?" Advanced scream extraction knowledge. Randall helped develop the scream extractor, a horrifying contraption that does exactly what it sounds like. Basically, he weaponized children's nightmares. Real subtle, Randy. Grimacing face weaknesses. Massive inferiority complex. Randall's need to be the best overshadows all logic and morality. One Scarer of the Month award for Sully, and Randall's out here plotting corporate coups. Short temper, not exactly chill under pressure. 1 minute he's monologuing, the next he's tangled in a doorframe yelling, "This isn't over." Invisibility over confidence. Just because you're invisible doesn't mean you're invincible, my guy. Randall's tendency to assume nobody sees him leads to more than a few slapstick failures. Allergic to friendship, probably. Has anyone ever even seen him say please? Unconfirmed. Busts in silhouette relationships. Sully James P. Sullivan arch nemesis and object of deep, poorly managed jealousy. Sully is everything Randall isn't, fuzzy, lovable, and effortlessly successful. Randall's hatred runs so deep, it's practically an Olympic sport. Mike Wazowski, secondary nemesis. Mike and Randall have the type of relationship where Mike calls Randall Lizard Boy, and Randall smiles like he's imagining feeding Mike to a scream extractor. Mr. Waternoose, briefly an ally, until Randall realized Waternoose treats everyone like disposable pawns. Turns out evil CEO mentorships don't offer great benefits. Boo, merry tiny child who indirectly ruined his entire life. Randall learned the hard way that toddlers are more dangerous than scream machines. Movie camera plot role. Randall serves as the main villain in Monsters Incorporated, the slinky, sneaky, sinister foil to Sully and Mike's buddy cop energy. He tries to take the easy road to success via technological scream extraction and sabotage, but ends up exposed, banished, and presumably living in fear of swamp people with shovels. He returned briefly in Monsters University as a shy, awkward glasses-wearing roommate to Mike. Back then, Randall was sweet, soft-spoken, and even kind. The moment that broke him, Mike accidentally stealing the spotlight, reinforcing Randall's belief that nice guys finish last, thus beginning his descent into cold-blooded vengeance. Cue the villain origin story music. Speech balloon notable quotes. I'm in the zone today, Sullivan. Gonna be doing some serious scaring, putting up some big numbers. She can't stay in here. This is the men's room. You still think this is about that stupid scare record? Performing arts fun facts. Steve Buscemi's voice work is so perfect for Randall, it borders on spiritual alignment. That nasally menace. That silky disdain. Chef's kiss. Randall's design is based on a combination of lizards, chameleons, and geckos, basically nature's ninjas. His scream extraction machine was considered so scary that Pixar toned down some scenes to keep it kid-friendly. Yes, it was originally more terrifying. The last we see of Randall, he's being mistaken for a gator and beaten with a shovel in a trailer home. Pixar really said, and stay out. Lizard Legacy. Randall remains one of Pixar's most delightfully sleazy villains, a petty, jealous, ambitious little purple menace, with a chip on all 6 shoulders. His motivations are rooted not in world domination, but in painfully relatable insecurity. He just wants to be seen, respected, and better than that big fuzzy jock who always wins. He's cunning, capable, and let's be honest, stylish in a slithery villain sort of way. Love him or loathe him, Randall added that essential spice to Monsters Incorporated, the kind that hisses, vanishes mid-scene, and probably reorganizes your files just to mess with you. Clapperboard, final verdict. Randall Boggs is the corporate ladder-climbing, invisibility-abusing, low-key sociopathic lizard you love to hate. He's what happens when talent meets unchecked envy and a complete lack of HR oversight. Without him, Monstropolis would just be a city of soft-hearted scarers and adorable children. And who wants that when you can have secret lairs and scream-powered plot twists?